How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I do apologize if my voice and my face looks a little weird. It's because I am fighting a head cold at the moment because of allergies. But I wanted to get this review out to you guys as soon as possible because I had a family member ask me to watch this and review it. So here we go. We're going to talk about positives and negatives about the BFG. Yeah, I really had no intention of ever watching this movie. Ever. Because this movie is really boring. I can't help it, okay? This movie is really boring. This came out in 2016. It is rated PG. It's about an hour and 58 minutes long. You guys can, of course, get it on disc, digital stores, and Disney Plus. And honestly, I didn't have any interest in ever seeing this movie, not only to want to watch it and review it for you guys, but I also didn't care to even see it in theaters. When it was released in theaters, I was like, okay, this looks cute, it looks fun, but it's for kids. And in 2016, there was just many other movies that I wanted to see, and the BFG was not on my priority list at the time. And I'm happy to say, though, even though this movie can be a drag and boring at parts, this is better than I thought it would be. Honestly, based on the trailers and whatnot, I was like, okay, great. It's another one of my childhood books being brought to Hollywood and being turned into a film. Hooray. I just didn't care. But I was happily surprised at this film, and it was a lot better than I thought it was. Um, I also was shocked at the fact that when you do get to the credits of this movie, I didn't realize this, but Steven Spielberg, the man behind things like Jurassic Park and Jaws, actually was the one that directed this movie. And I was shocked at that. I was like, Steven Spielberg directed this? And then what also pissed me off, and then what pissed me off right after that reveal in the credits is Kathleen Kennedy was part of this movie as well, which probably is why I'm not giving this movie like a amazing 9 or a 10 out of 10. I just there was certain moments in the movie I'm just like, there's someone pulling the strings to try to make this movie bad, and you can tell. And I was like, who is it? And I'm like, it's Kathleen Kennedy, person that wants to destroy Star Wars. Yay! Go away. So basically, if you guys don't know what the BFG is, it is a book to film adaptation. This is based on a childhood novel, and they brought it to the big screen. And it's a great family fantasy adventure for all ages that can enjoy. Doesn't matter how young or how old you are, you'll find something in this movie that you can enjoy and hate at the same time. So basically, the BFG is about this big friendly giant, and he ends up meeting this 10-year-old girl named Sophie, and together they explore giant country and have to survive against giants that are evil and they want to eat all of humankind. Uh, so if you guys haven't seen the movie, I'm going to be talking general spoilers and general plot lines. So do keep that in mind if you have any interest in watching this movie and you don't want to be spoiled about anything. I'm going to be talking about spoilers in this review. So just as a warning. So first of all, I thought the cat in the orphanage was kind of cute and funny. And overall, this film is funny. It's really over the top funny, especially with the fart jokes. This movie has an abundance of fart jokes. So if you think fart jokes are not funny, this movie will not be funny to you. But the fart jokes in this movie are really funny, and how they go about making the fart jokes actually has a purpose, a reasoning, and it's really well done, cute, funny, silly humor. I love how the BFG is really good at hiding from human detection about 99.9% of the time. The only time he gets detected is because he slips up, which I thought was really realistic, and I like that. Also, I loved what the BFG constantly was calling human technology. That was really funny. This film also makes dreams kind of creepy as to how they function in our own minds. And overall, guys, I just had a really fun time watching this movie. It's a heartwarming film about friendship, loss of loved ones, family, what it means to actually have a home, bravery, and basically to stand up to bullies and stand up for yourself. My favorite scene in the whole movie, honestly, would be where the BFG enters the royal palace and he's having breakfast with Sophie and the Queen of England. That scene is very memorable, and I will always have that imprinted in my brain. I encourage you guys to at least watch this movie once. However, there are some glaring issues we do need to discuss that negatively affect this film. So, first of all, things and people are constantly being conveniently placed in order for this movie to move along. And if it wasn't for the sake of the plot, I think these things and people would not be where they are in the movie. They're just there because the movie needs them to be. And I think it's kind of weird. This film also doesn't answer how the BFG can speak and read English. It's never explained. It just is in the film. Also, this movie is way too long. There are several moments and scenes that just drag on and on and on, and it's really obnoxious. The fact that a giant has the power to create dreams and nightmares for humankind is both terrifying and unrealistic at the same time. Last two things. The Queen of England is stupid in this movie. She believes everything that this little girl Sophie and the BFG say based on a dream that both Sophie and the BFG create, and because of the dream and because of what they're telling them, the Queen ends up mobilizing the entire military to go capture and put all the evil giants somewhere where they won't be able to harm humankind forever. It's both silly and unrealistic. Like, you are trusting the word of a BFG that you've never met and a girl that's 10 years old that you've never met based on a dream that they created. I'm just like, that is really bad leadership skills. Okay? Sorry, but it is. Also, how has Giant Country not been discovered by humans if the only thing hiding Giant Country is some thunderstorms that aren't even all that scary and powerful? Like, the film tries to make it where Giant Country is like Skull Island. It's really weird. Like, you get the choppers from England going into the thunderstorm, and it almost reminded me of Kong Skull Island. And I'm like, why are we going to Skull Island all of a sudden? And I'm like, oh no, we're going to Giant Country. And I'm like, so there's thunderstorms. That means that ground troops could easily walk right in there if they wanted to. So there's just some really silly things if you really want to critique this movie. But you can, dismiss all those things and still have a fun time. Overall, guys, if you guys haven't checked out the BFG, if you have it on if you have Disney Plus, it is on there. So I encourage you guys to at least check it out there at least once and just say, hey, I've seen it. And you'll have a good time. This is a good movie that you'll have a good time watching, but there are some glaring issues. But overall, it's really fun. And with that, I'm going to give the BFG an 8 out of 10. I appreciate all of you guys for watching. You guys all have a spectacular day. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye, guys.